Hello, thank you for joining me today. Well, this is the Monday, December 23rd edition of our video devotionals. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope your Monday's going well. I guess we would call this Christmas Eve, right? And hopefully you had a great day at church yesterday. And here, this will be the kind of the unusual week, Christmas week. Some of you may have the week off, maybe tomorrow, certainly Christmas Day. Kids are out of school. There's family gatherings and all that sort of thing, so a lot going on. So hopefully everything's going well in regards to that. Kind of off-centered where I'm sitting, I've got my little fireplace Christmas tree scene here on my computer monitor to kind of give a little bit of a holiday ambiance, if that's the word. And anyway. All right, so we're going to be in Luke chapter 2 today. This is yesterday's Sunday morning message, greatly condensed down in a much shorter form. And we're going to be in Luke chapter 2. We'll begin verse 7 here, read verse 12, and then verse 16. Find that if you will. Otherwise, thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and hopefully everything's going well, and you're going to have a great and Merry Christmas. Our intent is tomorrow to also give you a devotion, and it will be what was last evening's Sunday evening service, and I think that would be a help to you also. All right, here's the setting. All right, so Mary and Joseph she's with child. Notice verse 7. She is Mary. She brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn. All right, the angels approach the shepherds, and they're telling the shepherds, you need to go find the Christ child. And notice what they say in verse 12. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. All right, so they go, and notice what it says in verse 16. And they came with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in a manger. All right, so why is Jesus born in this stable area? Because the Bible says there was no room for them in the inn. Oftentimes, whoever the innkeeper is, or the innkeepers are depicted maybe as cold-hearted people, maybe a little bit negative on them because it's kind of like they knock on the door and, no, we don't have any room for you, kind of shut the door, no interest in trying to help a lady who's about to give birth to a child. I don't think it was that way at all. Look, the angels approached shepherds. There was no one else they approached about this great message. And certainly when they heard that, hey, there's going to be a baby wrapped in swaddling clothes lying in a manger, well, they understood a manger very well. That's an implement for feeding animals, either hay or feed of some kind or whatever, probably made out of wood. And they laid Jesus in this manger. And they would have understood. In fact, when they went to go look, it may have been very easily a place they were familiar with because maybe they knew other shepherds or stable owners or whatever. But the point is, the idea that Jesus was kind of pushed out, and it's kind of the way the world is with him anyway, well, I understand the rejection factor of Jesus. I get that. But to put it here is probably not the case at all. And probably very fine people, maybe many people were turned away because just didn't have room for them. There may have been other people around that stable area. I don't know. But the point is, it makes sense in the way Jesus is coming into this world in a very humble fashion. And also the shepherds being able to locate him, and imagine Mary and Joseph in a very crowded inn and all of that. That wouldn't have worked anyway. It was maybe just God's way of saying this will be private. It'll be beneficial for the shepherds to be able to find you and all of that. And that's exactly what they did. So I guess my point is, it's Christmas time. Don't always look at things sometimes and maybe look at the negative slant. God has his will and way. And sometimes the very humble measures and the measures we think maybe should go a different way. God says, no, it's working out just right. Jesus being born in a manger is exactly the way it should have went. And God didn't necessarily have to have some people deny Jesus and or deny Mary and Joseph entry into an inn. I just don't think that was the case. So all that being said, we hope you have a very, very simple Christmas in the fact that it is a matter of about Jesus. And he's available to everybody. That humble way in which he came into this world is almost a way of God saying it. You know, anybody can relate to a little baby being laid in a little manger. Very simple, of low estate, if you please. And that's just a blessing to me. It should be a blessing to all of us. So if there was no room in the inn, that's no problem. In fact, God says that's okay. I wanted it to be that way, and it wasn't a negative slant on some innkeepers. It's just God says it's going to work out the way it should. Well, I hope you have a great and wonderful day today. If I don't see you tomorrow via devotion, or you watch it later on because of being busy, I get it, then I want to wish you Merry Christmas. But the plan is tomorrow we'll have our devotion up tomorrow, okay? Have a great day, safe day, healthy day, Lord willing. We'll see you tomorrow, and thank you for watching.